Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Lights. In today's video, I'm just doing a little bit of customizing just for fun. I'm working on this little rotating beacon right here. This is made by a company called Tri Lite, model number RF6. Now essentially what I'm doing right here is I've had this light for quite a while. It has an amber lens on there, and the amber lens is, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I've wet sanded it out and I've tried polishing it and stuff like that, and I mean, it looks okay. But I've had this clear lens right here for quite a while, and I've just been trying to find something to use it on. So it actually fits on this light right here pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to turn this into a clear dome with blue bulbs, just for something new, something a little different, something I don't really have in my collection. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking the bulbs and I'm painting them. I actually picked this paint up. You can get this from O'Reilly's. It's specifically for like painting over top of chrome, and it kind of gives you like that colored chrome kind of look to it. But when you paint it on, it actually is pretty transparent, and it actually doesn't look too bad. Now, when you do use this, you're supposed to put somewhere in the instructions, which I probably won't be able to find, says to do multiple coats, and they mean it. So you essentially, like this right here, I probably have done 8 coats on this. So it's 8 thin coats. When you do that, you see where it comes out nice and clean. It's smooth, clear, the whole 9 yards, and it's going to look really nice. So while those are drying, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the inside of this light. And then once those bulbs are fully dry, I'm going to go ahead and put them in there, and then we will fire it up. All right, so I'm just going to kind of show you the mechanical aspect of this light. It's actually a very simple light. What it is, it's actually a belt-driven light. So you have your motor right here that's actually anchored to the base plate right here. It just has a little small pulley. It goes to this larger pulley by a belt. And then it has a secondary pulley on top of this one that goes to a larger pulley that's attached to the rotator assembly. And that's it. Let me go ahead and lift it off. So when you look on the bottom side, you just have your motor, and then you have your little carriage piece right here, which has, your 2 bushings, your lower bushing and your mid bushing. That's what keeps this thing, nice and upright and stable. And that's all there is to it. What's kind of nice about this light is, since it is a belt-driven style light, these things are really quiet, because you don't get that normal loud grinding, type of noise that you get from gear-driven style lights. So it's actually a very quiet light. So, but really, that's really all there is to the inside of this thing. Not much. So once those bulbs are dry, we'll put them in there, we'll fire it up, and we'll see what the thing looks like. All right, so it's been a couple hours. They're pretty dry. I'm still not going to touch the face of them, though. But what I did is I took some masking tape and ran around the perimeter right here, just to kind of minimize the excess overspray from getting all on the backside of the bulb. So what I want these to look like when I'm done is I kind of want them to look like they might have came that way, and not something that I just kind of painted myself. Just so they look a little bit more professional, I guess you can say. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel this tape off. Once that's all peeled off, I'm going to go ahead and get them installed in the light, and we'll see what this thing looks like. All right, so before I put the dome on, let me make sure the bulbs are working. Make sure I got the contacts and stuff like that all touching like they're supposed to. Get this thing fired up for 1 second. And then we will put the dome on there, and we will see what it does. Okay. I don't want to make it too tight. Last thing I want to do is crack the darn thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire it up and see what it looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this on and see how it turned out. So here we are, turning and burning. And I gotta say, that actually didn't turn out too bad. I think that blue looks pretty good in there. It's not too dark, it's not too light. Actually, I think it's pretty on par. I mean, you guys will have to leave me comments on what you guys think about that. But this is my customized Tri Lite RF6 beacon light, where I put a clear dome on it and custom painted some blue bulbs to put inside of it. Now, like I said, I picked that spray paint up at O'Reilly's, and I've used that paint multiple times on other projects in the past and stuff like that, and it actually works pretty good. You just got to be very patient with it. You got to take your time for the best results. The more thin coat you put on there, the better it's going to be. And obviously, every coat you put on there is going to get darker and darker, so make sure you pay attention to how many layers you're putting on there to how dark you want your stuff to be. But they also offered in multiple colors. They offered in a red, a blue, a yellow, a purple, I believe. I haven't seen green, but I'm sure you could probably find green online if you wanted to do something with green. But they're about 15 bucks a can. Great alternative for something like this. So if you have a future project coming up, or say you have a federal signal light, you know, that has all clear domes on there and you want to put some colored bulbs in there and stuff like that, that one can could probably do 10 bulbs easily without a problem. So it's a great alternative and a great solution for something like this. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.